This wasn't a project where there was an internal blueprint that we're going to dust off what we've done before. This was completely new. This was a big challenge. We set ourselves up to rehouse 43 households, move 4 leaseholders, and we wanted to do that by the end of March 2025. Real tough challenge.
If we just go to this bit up here, you can really see the issues with the concrete and the reinforcement inside, which is rusted and expanded. I'll just show you one of the first floor flats. You could start spending serious money replacing every kitchen, every bathroom, new heating. There's also a bit of thermal movement, cracking on the brickwork, which you can see up there. When we actually looked at the cost of doing all the repairs to the concrete now, the cost of rehousing people temporarily, the upcoming energy targets that are going to need to be met and the challenges that that's going to face with particularly some of the older properties and particularly blocks of flats, it can be quite complex. That's then fed into the decision that we're going to demolish them. We're going to reuse this site to redevelop. Quite exciting really about how often you get to be involved in demolishing a block of flats.
When I realised that the decision had been taken to demolish the blocks, I thought this is going to be really big news to kind of, impact a lot of people, and I wasn't sure how they were going to receive that news. The simple things that we did, like hand delivering the letters, being there. We had the drop-in centres, where people could come and talk to us and voice their concerns. That human part of it, that human element really shone through with this project.
So when I got the letter, and we were all hand-delivered a letter on the same day, and it looked very imposing, very formal. Oh, I was glad. I was just so glad that I didn't have to spend the rest of my life in that flat.
It was very much like, we are really going to try to find you something that's much better than what you've got at the moment.
It's really important to have a good relationship with our customers, going in, having those cups of coffee and being familiar, being in the area quite a lot. Having that has enabled that positive transition.
I can remember one day I was feeling particularly low, and I phoned up, and really I was phoning to say, is there any news, I'm still here. And then Mike turned up, and he was just amazing. He was brilliant. He just sat and chatted to me for half an hour, and that's what I needed. I think people like him are going above and beyond.
One of the examples of a really positive move is Hazel.
Hi Hazel, it's Gemma.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah.
We've been able to move her again locally in the Warminster area, which is where she wanted to be. Not only that, we've managed to move her to a 2-bed property, which means she can have her grandchildren to stay. We've been able to fit a cat flap into the new property for her little dog.
When I walked through the door of my new home, it was amazing. It really was. I think when I opened the kitchen door, because I had no idea what was on the other side, and I thought, wow, it's all here. It's everything I ever wanted, really.
So whilst the housing team have been working really hard to rehouse the existing customers here, we've been working with a range of consultants, with our architects, planning consultants as well, to look at what we can do with the site here at Alcock and the other sites at Westleigh as well. Over the 2 sites, we're going to be rebuilding, bringing back 18 family-sized houses and apartments. The homes will meet very high, good quality modern standards, so they'll be very low carbon emission homes. The homes themselves will be built with really high levels of insulation. They'll be heated by air source heat pumps, PV panels as well, so they'll all really work together in terms of keeping carbon emissions down, but also keeping heating bills down as well. We'll be retaining nearly all of the trees. We'll be enhancing the ecology of the area. We're going to have bird boxes, bat boxes. They're good for the environment, but they're good for the customer as well in terms of keeping bills down.
In terms of the delivery of this project, the DNA that ran throughout was team, and team. That was just not the project team, that was so many operational teams, back office teams, lettings, neighbours, caretakers, property, comms, community involvement, development on terms of the next project, the redevelopment of the site. All those different teams coming together with a real clear sense of purpose. We want to rehouse our customers, we want to vacate the site, we want to do something special.
Everyone's gone above and beyond and worked so well together. Just everyone's had their own little bits that they needed to do, and it's just been the perfect puzzle.
You see the real heart that's been put into this by the team. They've taken people and really worked with people to help them move. We should all be really proud.
I hope it comes across from me that this has been fun. It's been a really good project to be involved in, it really has, and that's about everyone who's contributed. Yeah, it's been a blast. Don't worry, I can repeat. My wife tells me I do it all the time.
What's the word?
Can you just say it a bit quicker?
I have no words left. I'm sorry, the old thespian is gone. Yeah.
Now we'll go to the neighbouring block, show you similar issues in a similar block. Really selling it.